Hi guys, thank you very much for tuning into my channel. My name is Chichi and I'm from Zambia. Thank you very much for coming through to my channel. I would like to thank anyone who has watched my video before. If you haven't yet liked, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do well to subscribe, like, and press the notification button if you want to be the first to know when I post new content. Well, on my channel, you would be expecting different content from scholarships, fellowships, different professional development programs, international forums, letting you know about different various lifestyle things and anything that you as my viewers would like to really ask about and out answer, give an answer through posting content based on the topics that you, my viewers, who are the special people right now, will choose. So, well, on today's video, well, this is an exciting, very exciting video because I'm so excited. I have great news. I have been chosen for Chevening. Yay! So, some of you who do not know what Chevening is about, this video is for you. Some of you who know what Chevening is about, you know I am excited. And if you have been trying to apply, or if you want to know what the Chevening scholarship is about, if you want to know the application process, this video is for you. So let's get into our nitty-gritties of the video. But before we get into the main topic, which is what the Chevening scholarship is about, I have a disclaimer, and this disclaimer is anything I'm going to talk about based on the Chevening scholarship is only based on my personal experience and the knowledge that I have acquired about the Chevening scholarship. What I'm going to talk about concerning the Chevening scholarship has got it's not the views of the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, neither is it the views of the Chevening Secretariat, but it's strictly based on my personal experience and my knowledge. Well, what is the Chevening scholarship? The Chevening scholarship is a UK government scholarship which is funded by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. It gives an opportunity to upcoming leaders, aspiring leaders, or current leaders to study a one-year master's program at any UK university of their choice. How wonderful. So if you are that person, you know that you are one who wants to bring change in your country, you want to bring change in your community or in any space that you belong to, you want to bring positive change, this scholarship is for you. If you look at yourself as a leader, which I know most people are leaders, then this scholarship is for you. And when we talk about leaders, we're not talking about presidents, we're not talking about CEOs of big multi-million companies, but we are talking about anyone who wants to bring positive change in their community. Because if you are contributing to any positive change in your community, then you are a leader. So this scholarship is for you. So how do you know, who is eligible to apply? Who is eligible to apply for this scholarship? Firstly, if you already have a bachelor's degree or a graduate degree, what can I call it? If you've already attained 4 years of graduate school and you have a degree, you are eligible to apply. And if you have 2 years work experience, when I talk about 2 years work experience, it doesn't strictly stick to your professional work experience, like after you graduated you got a job and started working in, and even the volunteer work that you have done, if it comes up to 2 years, then the Chevening, you are eligible to apply for the Chevening scholarship. The other eligibility is if you are coming from a Chevening eligible country. How does one go about the Chevening application? It is very important. I usually give advice to new applicants for the Chevening scholarship. to go to the Chevening website, which I'm going to post in my description box, to go to the Chevening website and read the Chevening website religiously. That is the first step I usually advise first applicants. It will answer most of the questions which you want to know about the Chevening scholarship. Also, the frequently asked questions on the Chevening website. It's going to give you a full overview and full description, and it's going to answer almost all the questions that you would want to know when it comes to the Chevening scholarship. So that is the first tip I'm going to give when it comes to the beginning the Chevening application process. This year is going to open on the 2nd of August through to 2nd of November. So you've got a very wide period. You've got a very long period rather, or a period of 3 months for you to prepare yourself for the Chevening application. One other thing I can tell Chevening applicants, it is not just something you are going to do overnight and rush into applying and submit your application. That is why Chevening gives a 3 months window: August, September, October, through to the first 2 days of November. They know that the application process needs serious work. So when we look at the overview of this application, the application itself, when it opens on I shall also post the timeline. I shall also post this year's timeline of the application process. So if I can give the overview, the first thing that's going to happen, the application is going to open from August, 2nd August to November. Then when applicants apply up to November, on the following day after the deadline, there will be what they call the system sifts eligibility criteria. Remember the eligibility criteria that I gave you earlier. So the system is going to sift out those who are not eligible but had applied. So after this, the system sifts out a ineligible candidates. Then your application is moved to the next stage. The next stage of the application process, this is where an independent reading committee starts now reading your essays. There are essays which you are required to write in the Chevening application process. So the independent reading committee, and from what I have heard and the knowledge I have gained, is every year they change the reading committee. So the people who are reading our essays last year are different. This takes place between December and January. The reading committee are going to sit down and read the Chevening application essays, and this is where they are going to pick out strong candidates, those who had aced their essays. And once they pick out strong candidates, they send the names to respective British consulates, respective British high commissions and embassies throughout the world. Then it is there where now at the British embassies or commissions where there is a job of now shortlisting. The shortlisting is done, and after the shortlisting is done, when the reading committee read, and those essays which do not cut it, between late December and early January, according to my experience, those whose essays do not cut it are going to receive emails and telling them that their application will not be processed to the next stage, which is just similar when they sift eligibility. Those who did not meet the eligibility criteria will receive emails stating that their application is not going to process to the next stage. So when they read and they make a short list, emails are sent to those who do not cut it as well. Those who don't get shortlisted are sent emails as well that they have not been shortlisted for interviews. So they receive emails which we call the rejection emails, saying further to your application for the Chevening scholarship, we're not going to we regret to inform you that we're not going to take your application to the next stage. Then those who are going to cut it will receive emails saying, we are pleased to inform you that you have been selected, you have been selected to for an interview at the British High Commission in your country. This is where now the other big job starts. So through to that, people prepare. This is during like between February and April, May. Interviews worldwide take place up to the end of May. Interviews worldwide take place, and after which, somewhere around early June, mid June, or early July, feedback comes in for those who are going to make it through the interview, and these are conditionally selected. Conditionally selected candidates are those who have been accepted for the Chevening scholarship. Well, so after talking about the general overview of the application process, there are certain points that I would like to note. When you are applying for the Chevening scholarship, you are applying to study to any UK university. I'm going to talk about UK university. Chevening is not going to apply for you at any university. No. Chevening's main job is to give you a scholarship. They will pay for your scholarship. They will pay for your tuition fees to the particular university that you have chosen. So you are required to pick 3 main universities. It may not only be 3 universities. You can choose, for instance, I'm going to the University of Sussex. So if I wanted, I would have chosen to study international education and development at the University of Sussex, education and planning at the University of Sussex. Then maybe I pick international education and globalization at the University of Bath. As long as it is 3, you can choose 2 courses from one university, or you can choose one university and pick 3 courses from that university. As long as your choices are 3, it is fine. But you're supposed to choose 3 courses and 3 universities to when applying for Chevening. So back to my point, Chevening, the Chevening Secretariat is not going to apply for you to the university. It is your job to apply to the university. Usually, my other advice that I give to applicants is one of the I think it's the second tip or the third tip is do a research. Do adequate research before you begin the application. Like I mentioned, the first tip, go to the website and read it religiously. Read the FAQs of the website. The second one is do your research thoroughly, because the 3 chosen universities that you're going to choose, you are going to talk about them in your essays. So how are you going to talk about a university that you haven't done research? You only know that, okay, fine, there's a University of Sussex in the UK and it offers international education, and just pick. Do a thorough research. What has drawn you to apply to the University of Sussex? Why the University of Sussex? So for me, when I was doing my research, I was attracted to the University of Sussex because it is first in the world for development studies. So I knew that I'm going to get the creme de la creme of development. I'm going to get the creme de la creme of development. So, and also, I love the city. I love Brighton. Just by reading about it and seeing photos and videos about Brighton, the University of Sussex is in Brighton. So that is one of the reasons I chose the University of Sussex. Again, I looked at the modules that they are offering. So in short, my advice is do a lot of research on the universities that you want to study from. There is a part in the website which is written course, or they write course finder, where you are going to insert. For instance, for me, I was looking for international education. I just indicated international education in the course finder and searched, and it brought a list of universities that are offering international educations and disciplines that are close to international education. After you have submitted your application, begin to work on your university applications, because for your own information, Chevening has got a timeline. For usually in a year, like this year for us, by 14th July, we were supposed to have an unconditional offer from any of the chosen universities. Remember, when they first send you an email that you're selected, they call it conditionally selected. So you have to meet the condition of having an unconditional offer. Then there's one criteria which Chevening used to have some years back. They used to subject its applicants to writing the IELTS. You were supposed to have IELTS and they had these grades and whatnot. But from 2019 to this year, for the past 3 years, that that one has been scrapped off. But you may choose a university that will require you to have English, to take a test in English. That's when they give you an unconditional offer. So many people, you find that they apply to a university, then the university gives them a conditional offer and give them a condition to write an English test and give them grades. Some of the examples of English tests are the IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, those that the university is accepting. So that's which is why I go back to my point of please do a thorough research. So lastly, I really want to talk about the application, the main one of the main components of the application, which is the essence. Chevening application has got 4 main essence. These 4 main essence, the first question is on leadership and influence. The second question is on networking. In my time, they really changed at times the phrasing of the questions and the title of the questions, because the 2 years I applied, they were calling it networking, but in this last year, they were calling it relationship building, which is simply similar to networking. So then the third is study in the UK. Then the last is the career plan. So these are the 4 essays that you need to answer during the Chevening application. And it is these essays that get you to the interviews. Remember, I talked about the stage where the reading committee reads. You really need to ace these essays, which is why in my next video I'm going to be talking about study in the leadership, how to tackle the leadership essay, also how to tackle the networking essay, because these are the these essays are the important elements for you to ace or to get the Chevening scholarship. So that is that about the Chevening scholarship. I want to thank you very much for watching my video. Please look out for my next video, which will be looking at the leadership and the networking essay of the Chevening application process. Thank you very much. Please do well to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button if you want to be the first to know whenever I post on my channel. My name is Chichi from Zambia. It has been a pleasure. See you.